Perhaps I cannot say that I consider Halle Berry super talented actress. Success in Hollywood I personally attributed more to the fact that the actress managed to pick up roles, so that she always looked in them at least organically. But at the same time, to write off everything only on the successful choice of roles would also be wrong, because Berry has repeatedly demonstrated a convincing acting on the screen, which caused admiration not only of the audience, but also the most skeptical critics about the different and sometimes contradictory roles. Halle Berry and will be discussed in this video clip. Pleasant viewing. Halle Berry was born on August 14, 1966th year in the city of Cleveland, with fantasy at the parents. Actress things were not very, and so they named their daughter in honor of the local retail store Hollis de Palm Store. With such parents can be considered a great stroke of luck that the actress was not born in Russia next to some center trade. In the early 80s, Berry goes to the beauty pageant Miss America, which was held among teenage girls. Having won there, a year later, Berry repeats her success, only this time in the contest Miss Agaya. After that, she decides to try her hand at the main competition of the country, Misha, and takes second place there. But the Beauty Commission decides that it is Berry who should represent the country at the Miss Mia contest. And in 1986th year, Holly goes to London to compete for the main prize, to get the crown of Miss Mira actress, and failed, and she eventually finished 5th in the list of the most beautiful women. After such a rich competitive program, Berry decides that further wants to engage in modeling and moves to New York. But despite her very successful experience in beauty contests, the career of a model Berry did not set. Her numerous trips to various casting ended in failure, and soon, when her savings ran out, the actress faced the fact that she did not even have anything to pay for housing, which led her to a shelter for the poor, where Berry lived for quite some time. Despite the difficulties faced by the actress, she did not stop going to numerous auditions in the hope of getting a chance to prove themselves, and in 1989th year, her attempts were finally crowned with success when Berry received a role in the series Living Dolls. True, her debut could not be called a success, as the series was criticized and closed after 12 episodes. But the experience of filming, albeit unsuccessful, helped Berry to determine the priorities regarding her career. She realizes that she does not want to connect her life with the modeling business and instead wants to become an actress. Berry packs her bags and goes to Los Angeles. City of Angels turned out to Holly much more hospitable than New York. Almost immediately after her move, actress gets roles in the series Another World, and They Came from Outer Space. True, her appearances were episodic in nature, and it was still a work on television. But in 1991st year, Berry gets the opportunity to debut on the big screen, starring in the movie Spike Lee, Jungle Fever, in which she played along with Samuel L. Jackson and Wesley Snipes. The tape was able to attract attention from the audience and collected at the box office $43 million at a budget of $14 million, while showing very good estimates. Despite the minor role, Berry's game for many became notable, and therefore new proposals did not take long to wait. She plays a minor role in the movie Only Business and appears in the film The Last Boy Scout. True, not for long. Positively on the popularity of Berry effects. Her role in the movie Boomerang, in which she played together with Eddie Murphy. By the way, it was Murphy on the approval of the actress for this role, as he was struck by her game during the audition. The tape, although could not boast outstanding scores, but collected at the box office more than $130 million. After that, the career of the actress begins to go sharply uphill, and in 1993 year, she appears in 3 films, a comedy with Patrick Swayze, Desperate Dad, sports drama The Program, and the film The Case of Isaiah. While all 3 tapes failed at the box office, the audience they were met very warmly, especially the movie The Case of Isaiah, directed by Stephen Gyllenhaal, the father of the popular actor Jake Gyllenhaal. In 1944th year, the actress starred in his first box office hit, which was the movie Flintstone with a budget of $40 million. The picture collected $340 million at the box office. True, with high interest from the audience, is not all penetrated with a cransy popular cartoon, and the tape showed not the most positive reviews, which, however, did not prevent Flintstones for many to become one of the best films of childhood. Offers with new projects continued to come to the actress one after another, but now they are also supported by solid fees. So, for example, for his role in the movie Ordered to Destroy, which also played Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal, Berry received $1 million, which in fact, and was a key factor in making a positive decision regarding her participation in the tape. Nothing outstanding picture could not boast. The tape, as a result, showed average scores and was classified as a passable action movie, not causing much excitement among viewers. A similar description is applicable to subsequent works of the actress, among which was able to stand out, and that only in a negative way, comedy Dark-Skinned American Princesses. Comedic ability, very few people appreciated, and the tape was able to collect at the box office only $7 million at a similar budget, and viewers and critics went through the movie crushing reviews. But the movie, Meet Dorothy Dandridge, which was released in 1999, was able to attract the attention of viewers and critics, and this time in an exclusively positive way. The picture received high reviews and also brought Brie a whole bunch of awards in the category of Best Actress in a TV movie, among which were the Golden Globe, Emmy, and an Actors Guild Award. After the universal recognition of Berry's dramatic talent, one could assume that the actress would continue to star in similar roles, but Berry had other plans. In 2000th year, she appears in the movie X-Men, playing the heroine Storm. Now, when in the movies on the comics did not star in The Lazy, this arrangement would not surprise anyone. But in the year 2000, when you choose a superhero movie as your next project after universal recognition of your acting talent, for many, it seemed to be a rather rash thing to do. How much Berry's participation in the X-Men movie was considered is known only to her, but the fact that it turned out to be a success. This became clear to most viewers immediately after the premiere of the movie. The tape showed high marks from both viewers and critics, and was able to collect $300 million at the box office with a budget of $75. But what is not insignificant, many are convinced that it was the movie. X-Men opened the door for Marvel Comics on the big screens. Well, an Iron Man after 8 years has finally brought this door. X-Men had a positive impact not only on the popularity of Halle Berry, but also opened a wide audience Hugh Jackman, and for joy, both actors decided to play together again in the action movie Password Swordfish. This time, however, their joint work caused not so unequivocal reviews. If the audience took the movie as relatively good, but critics wrote it rolling, scolding almost every aspect of the tape. The picture failed to boast an box office receipts, which amounted to $147 million with a budget of $100 million. Lack of recognition of critics' actress was able to more than compensate in the same year with the release of the movie Monsters Ball, where in addition to Berry played Billy Bob Thornton, Heath Ledger and PDI If. After the movie, Dorothy Dandridge about. The actress spoke in the spirit that there is something in her, then after the movie, Monsters Ball, this something was manifested in all its glory. Berry's game was able to impress everyone so much that the actress received nominations from all the prestigious film awards in the category of Best Actress, including an Oscar nomination, in which Berry got the main prize. Thus, Halle Berry became the first African-American actress to win an Oscar for Best Actress. For many, Berry's victory at the Oscars came as a surprise, as many perceived as an actress who plays mainly in action movies. And judging by the reaction of Holly herself, she also did not strongly believe in his victory, but no one disputed the fact that the victory was deserved. And still, the role in the movie Monsters Ball, many considered the best work of the actress in career. After Berry's win, many talked about the Oscar curse, which follows all those who suddenly receive the statuette and then disappear forever, but instead of hitting the experiments, as some. Holly took a proven path. In the 2002 year, the actress appears in the role of James Bond girl in the movie Reno, Not Now, and appears quite spectacularly. But here is the movie itself. Most enthusiastic reviews could not and became one of the most controversial pictures of Bond. But nevertheless, the tape was able to collect at the box office $430 million with a budget of $140 million. But the second part of the X-Men, released next, in which Holly returned to the role of the heroine Storm, many considered the best part of the franchise. The sequel showed the same high scores as the original A in the plan of collections he even managed to bypass. The first part of the tape collected at the box office $407 million with a budget of $110 million. The second part of the X-Men could be the last film franchise with Berry, as the actress had a divergence in creative views with the director of the tape, Bryan Singer. Often, this manifested itself in conflicts directly on the set, and only the replacement of Singer on the Bratner in the director's chair in the third installment of the franchise forced the actress to return to the role of Storm. Eventually, Singer's conflict was resolved, and Berry had no problem appearing in X-Men Origins. Days. The Days of Future Past, for the production of which was again responsible for Singer, that The Last Battle, that The Days of Future Past turned out to be quite good movies and collectively were able to collect at the box office more than $1 billion, demonstrating. Good Grade's sequel X-Men was not the only movie that Berry pleased his fans. In 2003, 6 months later, the premiere of the thriller Gothic, in which the actress played the lead role. High marks the picture could boast only in our country, but in the West, that the critics, that the audience trashed the tape in a puff of dust and ashes did not save from the spectators' anger. Even the universal favourite Robert Downey Jr., who, however, at that time did not yet have the status of national favourite, the more. No less dissatisfaction with the audience did not affect the box office receipts of the tape, and it managed to get to the mark of $140 million with a budget of $40 million, which with such a negative press coverage could be called luck. But luck has a way to end, and for Berry. It ended in 2004 years, when the release of the movie Catwoman. Talks about the movie about a woman cat began to be carried out in 1985 year. True, then for the production was to be responsible for Timberton, and the main role was Michelle Pfeiffer. After the failed movie, Burton about Superman with Nicolas Cage in the title role of the relationship between the director and Warner Bros. Was spoiled, and as a result, the movie about a woman cat was decided to postpone in a long box. Opened this Pandora's box almost 20 years later when Warner revived interest in the tape. Responsible for the production of the movie was appointed director named or nicknamed Pitov, who had previously filmed the thriller Vidocq Gerard Depardieu, and even earlier acted as assistant director of the movie Alien Resurrection. About. The role of the Catwoman went to Halle Berry, and together with the role and $14 million dowry in the form of royalties, and here. In the summer of 2000th year was the premiere of the movie, which on paper looked quite promising on the outcome, turned out to be a complete and from. Failure in this case would not quite be the right word became a real disaster of a movie, concentrated all the criticism that should have been evenly distributed on all the films of that year. In the end, it felt like it went to Catwoman. At some point, it seemed that the audience and critics have arranged an unspoken challenge to who will ride harder on the movie. One critic even wrote that Halle Berry for her role in Catwoman should return her Oscar as punishment. The movie's box office receipts could not be looked at without tears either. With a budget of $135 million, the tape collected at the box office $80 million, which made Catwoman with the most failed movie, Poe, DC Comics. And next, she appears in the lead role in the movie Their Eyes Have Seen God for, which Berry again received a nomination for Amy and a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a TV movie. In 2007 year with Berry came out at once two movies, thriller Perfect Stranger and drama What We Lost. Both films were not marked by great interest from the audience, but at the same time, the drama with Benicio del Toro received quite high marks from both viewers and critics. After a very unstable period in her career, Berry decided to take a break from the movie, taking a break from filming for 2 years. After returning, the actress again begins to actively shoot, but neither. One picture with her participation does not become an unqualified hit. The only movie that was able to attract the attention of a wide audience was Cloud Atlas. But at the same time, the movie showed very mixed reviews in too. 2013 actress appeared in a cameo in the comedy movie 43 and played a major role in the thriller Anxiety Call. 2019, Berry joins the Assassin's Guild. Starring in the third part of John Wick, the actress showed excellent physical preparation, which can be seen in the action scenes, in which Berry looks very convincing, really. In achieving such a result could not do without injuries, and during the filming of one of the scenes, the actress broke 2 ribs. But for many viewers, heroine played by Berry became one of the main pluses of the movie. Tape. As a result, showed itself well in terms of ratings and was able to collect at the box office $330 million with a budget of $55. In 2022 year, Berry debuted as a director, filming The Tape Strikes, which also played a major role. But the directorial debut of the actress, few people appreciated The Tape, despite the fact that it was filmed with the support of Netflix, was shown sometime in theatres, but nothing there did not earn in two. 1022nd year was the return of the actress to blockbusters when she played in the movie Roland Emmerich Penny Luna. This is the case when the title of The Tape at the same time is its synopsis. Emery, to whom apparently bored to destroy cities in his films, this time decided to take his career and with his usual scope of destruction. The movie failed at the box office with such a crack that even now, if you listen carefully, it can still be heard. With a budget of $150 million, Tape collected at the box office only $67 million of, which only 20 came to the American box office, demonstrating mediocre evaluation. The Tape was quickly forgotten by everyone. At the moment, the movie Falling Moon is the last project with Berry. Of the confirmed projects with the actress so far, only is a thriller from Warner Bros., in which will also play Angelina Jolie. I will admit, honestly preparing this video, I was surprised more than once by the moments in the life of Halle Berry, starting from a very specific history of her name, ending with the fact that it was Berry who became the first black actress to win the Oscar for Best Actress for. Mee Bree's success in Hollywood is primarily due to unremarkable acting talent, which she certainly has, but rather her diligence and determination, because up to the moment to show their acting skills. Berry took a very long and difficult path, constantly finding in herself the strength to move towards her goal. Her movies often surprise the audience sometimes, pleasantly and sometimes not so much. But no matter how loud these failures were, the actress always came out of the situation with dignity, such as when Berry personally came to pick up the Golden Raspberry for her role in Catwoman, not forgetting to bring her Oscar with her. And I'm sure that Halle Berry Chicayera now seems to be hanging in the air again in the future, will still be able to surprise audiences with her movies on this one. This was the story of Halle Berry. We are excited to share an awesome website that offers movies, shows, and documentaries you can stream without paying for multiple subscriptions to Netflix, Max, Hulu, Disney, and other services. Just click the link in the description to explore the best streaming service available today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Leave your comments and share ideas for future videos. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.